Getting off. Meeting our Lindsay at some posh interior design show. Listen, love, there's some more bacon under the grill if you want to finish it off, you know.
No, thanks, Jack. I don't think I can finish this. I just don't feel like eating.
Oh, will you stop dwelling on things? You and Mick will soon make it up.
Don't know about that.
Don't be soft, of course you will.
It's not as simple as that, though, is it? I don't think I want to go around now and shake hands and just forget about all that's happened. Do you mind if I go and get a shower, Jack?
No, love, help yourself.
Thought you'd be gone by now.
Phoned in sick.
What, again? What's wrong with you?
Nothing, There's a meeting about this report thing.
I thought Ryan was helping you with it.
Yeah, he did, but I can't take him into the meeting with me, can I?
So, phoning up sick for the second time in as many weeks is going to help you keep your job, is it?
I don't need sarcasm, Joey. I need support.
What for? You've been there for 20 years. How many meetings have you been to, for God's sake?
What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Look, I know my job's on the line, but we can still manage if I lose it.
We'd manage a bit better if the likes of him were bringing something in.
Dad, I work in a car wash, not a stock exchange.
Yeah, but you can afford to go out drinking. I heard you staggering in just before I got up.
What's the matter? You jealous?
I'm off out.
You've not been in 5 minutes, love. Come on, there's tea in the pot.
I don't want tea. I'll be back in an hour or two. I'm tired.
Stay in. Forget the cabs today.
We need the money, don't we?
What did you do that for?
I gave as good as I got.
Yeah, well, your dad's right. You shouldn't have been up half the night drinking.
Yeah, and I shouldn't be #1 suspect in a rape case. I think that's reason enough to be drinking.
Luke, the police released you.
Yeah, after hours of question, while he's out enjoying himself.
Who's enjoying himself?
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Luke, who are you talking about?
This fella, Harvey.
And?
He's some friend of Nicky's. He was at the party over the road.
And you think he's the one that attacked Nicky?
I don't know, but... Well, he was thrown out of the New Year's party for selling drugs.
Why haven't you mentioned him before?
I didn't think about it until I saw him in Bar Brookie, all cosy with Nicky's mate, drinking and chatting. I don't suppose it would have taken too much distraction for him to slip something into her drink. Would it?
Hiya, love.
Morning.
Why didn't you use your key?
I didn't want to disturb anything.
Oh, come on, Anthea, don't be like that, love.
Ron, I'm here to do a job, so if it's all right with you, I'd rather keep things on a professional level.
No, it's not all right with me. I haven't seen you all weekend, and I know you've been in when I phoned. Look, I'm sorry we didn't get our wedding rings on Friday, but it wasn't my fault.
Yes, it was. You could have said no to Bev and her day out.
Can't we just forget about it?
No, we can't. She's got you wrapped round her finger.
Well, how about wrapping this round your finger?
I just saw Harvey sitting there with Katrina and I had to look twice. I don't know what it was.
Do you know anything about him?
Well, just the stuff about the drugs and that he's in uni with Nicky. But every time I see him, he's always on his own.
Yeah, no girlfriend in tow unless he's drugged some poor girl up to the eyeballs.
I didn't say that.
But you think he did it, do you?
I can't go around making false accusations.
No, but I can do it for you.
Ma!
I'm going to phone that Detective Rose and tell him.
You can't do that.
Why not?
Yeah, and say what? Our Luke, for some reason, he can't put his finger on, suspects Harvey, what's his name, of raping Nicky Shadwick.
I'll just tell him what you told me. He was at the party, he deals in drugs, and you caught him preying on girls in Bar Brookie.
That's not what I said.
It's as good as. Look, love, you and your brothers have been pulled in enough times for questioning. There's no harm in this fella getting his fair share, is there? If they don't find whoever did this, your name will be mud forevermore. I'm not going to stand by and watch that happen.
So you still haven't had your window fixed there yet, mate?
I can't afford it.
I'm glad you brought up the subject of money. I think you're due.
I can't pay anymore.
Ah, come on, Joey, you've had a week's grace.
I can't pay.
You've had a good weekend. I checked in the log.
I have a family to keep, for God's sake. I can't manage. I've drained my savings. My missus's job is on the
That's
line.
your problem, not mine, mate.
They're yours if I can't pay.
Hey, don't be getting all bolshy with me. All I've got to do is walk in that door and have a word with Colin about your disqualification. Your feet won't touch, so let's be having it. Come on.
I've nothing to give you.
Well, from what I've heard, that's not what the red case son of yours said to the girl who'd been raped. From what I've heard, he gave it to her good and proper. Hey, don't even think about it. Violence never solved anything. Right, meet me here in half an hour with the money. I've got a boxing dinner to go to tonight, and I need some spends. See ya.
Well, suppose I better get round to the chippy, see if I've still got a job.
Mick is hardly going to sack you just because you've had a bit of a falling out.
Jim, at the moment, nothing would surprise me where Mick's concerned.
Well, what exactly's been going on, like?
No, it's... I just can't stand the way that he's decided that the Musgroves are caught up in this rape business. I mean, he's got no evidence, like, but he's convinced that young Luke is as guilty as sin.
Why are you putting your head on the chopping block for a bunch of lodgers you hardly know?
Because it's not just about who Mick thinks did or didn't do it. It's about his attitude. I mean, he won't listen to reason. He's being so pig-headed.
He probably thinks the same about you.
But there's a difference. I'm saying innocent until proven guilty. I mean, he's shouting for Luke to be hung, drawn and quartered on the close in front of everyone. Can't share a house with someone like that.
Sinbad, you're supposed to be working with the fella.
And my job's the one thing I can't afford to lose.
Well, I wouldn't have thought your friendship with Mick was either.
So, you're keeping quiet about your date with Mike?
We only went to the pictures.
Oh, so it's not true what they say about the back road then?
It was a really nice night out, dead relaxed.
Oh, can I clean in there now, love?
Yeah, you carry on. I'm going out now. Rach, I'll be back sometime this afternoon, OK?
OK.
Going anywhere interesting?
Well, I wish. I'm going to see if I can squeeze a bit more out of the brewery to cover the cost of the foundations.
Well, good luck.
Thanks, I'll need it.
She must be sick of all this hassle with the club.
Yeah, but it'll all be worth it in the end, won't it?
Any chance of a cup of coffee now the boss has gone?
Yeah, break time. Usual.
Oh, yes, please, love. I'm parched. Been on my feet since 7.
How's your Nicky?
Not too bad. She's starting to remember bits about what happened.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
Well, it's the way she's remembering things. She's getting these sort of bursts of memory without any warning.
Sounds like she's having flashbacks.
That's right. Apparently the council she saw warned her she might have them. Oh, it's awful for the poor girl. You know, the other day, 1 minute she was walking out of a lecture, the next she's reliving the party.
Sounds terrible.
And each flashback's worse than the last. And now she started seeing faces.
Faces? What does she see?
Oh, it doesn't really mean anything.
Well, she must recognise them if they're at the party.
Well, she does, yeah.
So who's she seen?
I wish I hadn't started talking about it now.
Well, what's up? Is it someone we know?
Well, that's what makes it so awkward. I mean, she's seen Mike. Mike Dixon.
There you go, mate. Cheers.
All right.
Better late than never, I suppose.
Look, Mick.
Can you get some more spuds chipped?
Can we talk this over?
We're here to work, not talk.
Well, I need to know where I stand about my job.
This lady needs saving.
You're back quick.
Oh, Lynn's was in a rush. We're only there 5 minutes when she gets in a taxi and shoots into town to interview some stylist.
Oh, yeah.
Mind you, she managed to order 1,500 quid's worth of stuff before she went. 1,500 quid? Where's she getting all this money from, eh?
Yeah, well, you know, she's done a deal with Peter over the split, hasn't she? And he's got plenty of money in.
Well, if he's given her money, shouldn't she be saving it for a rainy day? I mean, it's not going to last forever, is it?
Love, if it takes her mind off what happened with Peter, just let her get on with it, will you?
I envy her in a way, you know. Must be nice to have your own place and have enough money to do it how you like.
Exactly. So don't be going on as it, eh?
Yeah, I suppose so. I just don't want to get into any money troubles, you know. Right, I suppose you want me to get you some dinner?
No, you're all right. I'll go and get her something from the chippy, love.
would you?
Yeah, no problems.
Sinbad gone to work?
Yeah.
Was he all right when you left?
Yeah, I suppose so. All right for somebody who was going to work just to get the sack.
Oh, poor Sinbad, eh?
Yeah. Homeless and jobless. The Musgroves have got one hell of a landlord there, haven't they?
What kept you? I thought you to be away by now.
I'd run down to the Royal Hospital now to speak.
Every penny counts, eh?
That's all we'd left in the building society.
Well, you better keep on grafting then, because I'll be looking for you next week.
What happens when my missus finds out, huh? What am I going to tell her? That's all we'd saved.
My motto with wives, mate, is to tell them naff all. See you next week.
They're ready, aren't they?
You telling me my job now?
Hi, guys.
All right, Jim.
Fish and chips twice, please, kiddo.
It's his turn.
No, it's your turn.
No, it's your turn. I've just saved the last customer.
Hey, well, I don't care whose turn it is. Fish and chips twice, I'm starving here. Hello? Fish and chips twice? I go for well, suit yourselves. Do you know something? You two, you're like a pair of kids. And why? Over some stupid argument. An argument that doesn't really concern you two very much at all, does it, eh? Because it all started over the question of whether someone from another family on the close was sexually assaulted by someone from yet another family on the same close. Only you two weren't directly involved, were you? They will get the swine that did it, you know, eventually. And then what, eh? Gonna carry on behaving like a pair of kids, are you? Throwing away all those years of friendship and being mates? Yeah, well, I'll tell you something. If you had an ounce of common sense, you'd shake hands and forget that any of this ever happened. And if you don't, then you'll just be a pair of flaming pillocks. There. Think about it, fellas. See ya.
He's right, isn't he?
Yeah, he's dead right.
Look, I'm sorry, mate. Everything just got out of control. I could kick myself for not stopping Greg's murder how far. I could have done, you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm sorry for preaching at you as well. I was wrong. You're a good dad, and I had no right to say anything. So.
Mandy rang this morning. Couldn't even tell her where you were.
Oh, yeah. Stayed at Jimmy's.
All right. Doing a good job with his public speeches just there, didn't he?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
My turn, I think.
No, it is my turn.
No, my turn.
No, it's my turn.
Joey.
Only me.
Hi. I phoned the police.
Oh, Ma.
I had to, love. Not that it did me much good anyway. They just fobbed me off. They couldn't have sounded less interested.
Look, if he is the one, they'll find out. There's nothing more you can do.
What?
Are you all right? Look, if I'd have known it was going to worry you like...
No, it's not you, love. It's your dad. He said he'd be home by now.
Oh, maybe they're busy.
Well, he promised he wouldn't be long. He's been gone nearly 3 hours.
Oh, why are you panicking?
Because he's worried about something. I don't know, probably me and my job. Could you go and find him?
Oh.
Please, love.
You mean look in the pubs? It's really embarrassing dragging him home.
No, he's not drinking. Look, take this money for a taxi, OK? Will you check out the taxi office and the depot?
Can't you do it?
Well, I would, but I phoned in sick today. What happens if work calls and I'm not here?
I hate this.
Yes, so do I, love. But I want him home. Thanks.
Do you think banging their heads together will work?
I hope so. We don't want Sinbad moving back in here, do we?
Well, not if we're just getting the place to ourselves now.
Well, and we don't want him on the couch either. Not with Karen and Andy coming round for dinner.
Well, tonight?
No, Friday.
Oh, God, Jimmy, when was all this arranged?
Well, with all the kerfuffle over the boiler breaking down, love, I was having a little chat with Karen and... Well, she more or less invited herself and Andy round. I mean, love, what could I say? I mean, we've got to have them back, haven't we?
Well, yes, but you could have given me a bit more warning. I mean, what am I going to cook for them?
Well, how about food, love? They're not Martians.
Start thinking what I'm going to do. I mean, I'll have to get a recipe book.
Oh, don't be soft. Listen, just bung a few bits of chicken in a casserole dish, you know, put one of those mixed things in, that'll do.
Oh, yeah, they think I'm useless.
Oh, don't be daft. Look, the food isn't important, love. It's the conversation.
And what sort of a conversation am I going to have with them, eh? They're both educated professional people.
Oh, you'll be fine. Stop worrying, will you? We'll have a great night.
Oh, Josh, don't do that. I want the juice.
Where's his juice?
One blackcurrant juice.
There you go. There's a good boy.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, God, no. Ron, get a cloth, quick.
Sorry.
It's all over the files.
Josh, come away. Go on, go and sit down.
Yeah.
Look at his done.
It'll be all right, love.
She's too lenient with him. He needs a bit of discipline.
Yeah, let's see if we get him back first.
Hello, babe. Come in. Josh, come and say hello to Judith.
Hello.
Hello, Josh. Ron, this is Judith from the social services. This is my partner, Ron. Hello.
Hiya, love. Pleased to meet you.
And, oh, that's Anthea, the cleaner.
Well, if we could all sit down, there's a few things I have to go through. I can see you've got a nice place here. But what about you two? It's been quite a while since you were last together.
Excuse me.
I understand.
Anthea,
Yes?
you can leave now.
What?
You can go home. We'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye, love.
It's very grand having a cleaner for such a small flat.
Well,
Well, she helps Ron with his work as well. So you were saying about me and Ron?
Yes. How are you two getting along?
Oh, it's like we never split up, isn't it, Ronnie, love?
Good. Now,
if we get little Josh back, will you be visiting him often?
oh, no. I might phone after a week or two, but after that, no. My main interest is getting you all together again and checking that your home life is suitable for Josh to be returned.
Right.
But there's one final thing I need to tell you, Mr. Dixon.
Me?
The law requires that we do a police check on you.
Oh, no problem there, love. Never been in trouble in my life. Apart from the odd motoring thing, you know, speeding and that.
That won't be relevant. So, subject to a police check, I see no reason why Josh shouldn't come home to Brookside Parade.
Yeah.
Can I suggest this Friday?
That's soon. Oh, that's brilliant. Mwah.
It certainly is.
Oh, you're coming back home to your mummy. Mwah.
See you on Friday.
Bye.
Thanks very much, love.
Oh, I can't believe I've got him back. My little boy, home at last. I'm made up, Ron. Thanks for everything.
Yeah,
Mwah.
so am I, but what about Anthea? You can't treat her like that.
Treat her like what? Hey, I've got him back. You can come home on Friday. Thanks for everything, Anth. You've been brilliant.
How dare you? You treated me like some sort of servant in front of her.
Did the trick, didn't it?
You humiliated me. You're a lodger here. I happen to be Ron's fiancée.
Was a bit much, Bev.
Well, we had to play it like that, didn't we? I couldn't tell the two of you were an item. I'd never get him back. Oh, just. Mwah.
Lindsay has definitely got a knife into Luke Musgrove. She's convinced it's him.
Why's it got to be him?
Well, just because you've got a soft spot for him.
She might not even have been raped.
You are? God, how can you say that?
It's been going on for weeks. If it has happened, I'm sure they'd have got someone by now.
Yeah, but there's no evidence, is there? It was reported too late in that.
The only evidence I know about is that Nikki Shadwick gets drunk every time she sets out the door. She's gone with someone and then she's panicked.
Well, you won't be winning any awards for political correctness.
Hiya.
Hiya.
How'd it go with the brewery?
Oh, they'll be in touch, which means that accountants will take 6 months to tell me no.
So what are you going to do?
For the moment, I'm going to drink my coffee and try and forget about it.
Hey, guess what? I've just seen Jessie Shadwick. The police have arrested that Harvey bloke who was at the party.
How? The fella who was with her at the university?
Apparently, the police went down there and dragged him out of a lecture.
See, clever clogs.
Well, I could be wrong. What?
Well, Casey was saying she thought Nikki was making it up.
I don't think so. She's been having them flashbacks.
Yeah?
She's seen your mic.
What? You're joking. But the police have cleared him, so...
Well, just because Nikki remembers seeing him at the party, don't mean they want to call him in again.
I hope not.
Well, Mike didn't do it. Everyone knows that.
Millstone around my neck. Insurance. I'll show them.
Look, Jack, there's no reason for you to worry about Mike being involved. I mean, I know something about men who abuse women, and he's not one of them. She was raped. I do feel sorry for her. Must be horrible. Lindsay wondered whether me or her should talk to Nikki. You know, try and help her.
Cruella Corkill came up with that. But what does she know about it?
She's not as bad as you make out sometimes, you know. I don't know whether I should be saying this, so don't repeat it. Lindsay told me that Gary raped her after they split up.
Really? Well, that explains a lot.
Like what?
Well, why she's such a tough bitch sometimes. Well, I can see why now. But I didn't realise there was anything like that behind the way she carries on.
So do you think I should talk to Nikki?
Well, if you think you can handle it, yeah.
It seems a good idea. I think she'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, love. I'll get the silver fund back. No problems. I'll pay up. Bloody insurance. Don't worry, love. I'll get it all back.
From movies to the battlefront, the helicopter propels itself into the honoured ranks of classic aircraft. Next on 4.
You're going to wear a hole in that carpet.
Yeah. No point in worrying. Joey will be home when he's good and ready.
Right, I'm nipping up to the shops. If I get a move on, I'll get there before they shut.
Could you put a tenner in the silver wedding fund for me?
Oh, yeah.
I'll only spend it if I don't get it in there quick.
OK, will do.
It's hard to believe, isn't it? In a few years' time, Joey and me will have been married 25 years.
It's not a party you wanted to meddle.
It's all right. I've got you now.
Oh, God. I'm all right, but please, help me, Dad. I'm not sure if he's still breathing.
Can you hear me?
Dad! Dad! Is he going to be all right?
You haven't had any more of them flashbacks, have you?
No, not since the one where I saw Mike Dixon.
Out of all the people at that party, how come you're remembering him? It must mean something.
He had nothing to do with the rape. If there's anything dodgy about Mike, Rachel wouldn't be going out with him.
Oh, come off it, love. Some women don't mind turning a blind eye.
From what I know of it, I can't see Rachel doing anything like that. I like Amy. She seems really sound.
Yeah, and I bet everyone at that party seemed really sound. But they're not, are they? Someone did it, didn't he?
Hiya, I just wondered, is Nicky in?
Yeah.
Hiya. You don't mind me dropping by, do you? Of course not, no. I'll stick the kettle on. Listen, I can come back some other time if you like.
Your fella sent you round, has he?
How do you mean? Dad, please.
Mike Dixon's name's in the frame and all of a sudden you turn up for a chat. Bit of a coincidence, isn't it?
If I thought any boyfriend of mine had done anything so vile. He doesn't mean it, Rachel. It's just... with everything that's gone on, we're off our heads with it all. It's all right, honest. I know what you're going through.
Do you now? And what makes you such a world expert?
Because I've been raped too, Mr. Shadwick.
It's terrible, isn't it? This drug rape thing. I mean, at least a girl can decide whether she lets some lowlife get a bevvied or not. Drugging someone's the pits. Don't keep to the rules at all.
Oh, well, wouldn't life be simple if everyone was as sensible as you?
Well, I know you think I'm dead thick-skinned, Mike, and nothing bothers me, but I've got problems of my own and all, you know.
I thought you were made up. Josh is coming back on Friday.
I can't wait to have him back. It's just... well, I've let him down so badly before. I'm just worried I can't cope. Not much has changed, has it? I'm still skint, I still haven't got a place of my own, and I really, really need a job.
You should ask me Dad if he could be one of his grannies. They're always snowed under with work.
Well, I don't want to bother him. What I could do with, though, is someone to put a good word in for me.
He never listens to me. I asked him for a job once before and he knocked me back. But OK, I promise I'll give it a go.
Cheers, Mike. I could really do with getting back on my feet. Poor Josh, eh? A couple of days with me, I want to be back with his foster parents.
1 minute I feel like I'm getting over it, and the next I'm crying my eyes out. How did you cope when it happened to you? I didn't. I just pretended it never happened. Yeah, I'm the same. It's like if you deny it, it can't hurt you. Doesn't work though, does it? I thought if I denied it long enough, it would just go away. But I started having flashbacks and all. Really? When it first happened, I thought I was going mad. Yeah, so did I. It was like I was back at the party. As if I was getting sort of a glimpse of what happened. It was like I was having a really vivid dream, but I was totally wide awake. And the worst thing is, when it happens, I feel like I can't move. I'm just sort of frozen to the spot, and I want to shout and make it stop, but I can't. I can't do anything. I feel like I've been invaded or something. It's like he ate my body, and now he's in here and all. I know it's really scary, but it's all, well, it's your mind trying to make sense of what happened to you. There was something my mum said to me that helped me understand what was going on. She said when something really shocking and terrible happens to you, it's too painful to accept it all in one go. So it's like your mind lets you see little pieces of the picture.
But I can't make sense of what I'm saying. I can't tell if I'm just imagining it or what. I better never find out who did it. A few weeks ago, I didn't have a care in the world, and now I'm frightened of my own shadow.
You won't always feel like that. For years, when I woke up in the morning, it was the first thought that came into my head. And now I can go for ages without even thinking about it.
Seems to be all I can think about at the moment.
It never, ever leaves you. But it does get easier to live with. I promise you.
I can't bear not knowing who did it. He used me like I was a thing, not a person with feelings. I mean, what sort of man can do that?
I don't know.
And the worst thing of all, he could still be out there. He could be someone I know. He could be watching me. So I just end up feeling suspicious of everyone. And I've got this horrible churning feeling in my stomach.
The police will find out who did it. They know it was someone at the party.
Then why the hell haven't they caught him yet?
They will get him.
And what about the man who attacked you? Did the police catch him?
I know who it was. Someone I'd known and trusted all my life. It was my dad.
Luke, love, what happened? Are you all right? Where's your dad? I couldn't find him.
Whoa, Ma, slow down. My head's banging.
Oh, they could tell me the house was on fire. He's all right, isn't he?
Oh, they reckon he'll be right as rain in a few days. They've taken him downstairs for a chest x-ray and a blood test, that's all.
Thank God for that. What happened? How did the fire start?
He'd gone back to the old place to sleep it off.
He was drunk.
He must have fallen asleep or something, and the next thing he knew, the place was in flames.
How bad is it?
I've no idea. The smoke was terrible, so thick I couldn't see anything.
Thank God you found him.
Hi! Whenever I see you, you're working. Don't you ever stop?
I'm only playing at it, to be honest. Oh, Nikki's having a heart-to-heart with Rachel. I'm only in the way.
How is she?
I don't know. One minute she's fine, the next she's all over the place.
Must be awful for all of you.
It's driving me mad. I mean, the police know who was there. Someone must have done it. It can't be that hard to nail him.
Well, it's like you said, it could be any one of the men there.
Oh, I'm sorry, you've got enough on your plate without me going on at you.
It's all right.
How's that little girl of yours? Have you come up with a name yet?
No, not yet. Amy's my favourite at the moment. What do you think?
Amy Morrissey, yeah, sounds all right, then. You having a bit of trouble there?
Oh, excuse me. I'm in desperate need of a cabbage.
I thought the cravings were supposed to happen before you gave birth, not after.
Breastfeeding. I've got terrible mastitis. I need to put a cabbage leaf in each bra.
I always thought you middle class were a bit kinky on the quiet.
I know it sounds mad, but it actually does work. It soothes the inflammation.
And why don't you just put it on the bottle? None of ours were breastfed. Maggie always said once she'd carried them round for 9 months, once they were born, she wanted her body back.
Well, I know how she feels, but you know what they say? Breast is best.
And how long do you plan to keep that up? I hate seeing older kids on the breast. Doesn't seem right somehow.
Oh, probably just till she goes off to university. Oh, I better go.
See ya.
Took me years to accept that he was the one who was to blame and not me. And then I married one just like him.
You've been married?
Mad, innit? And he started treating me badly as well. It really made me think whether it was me that attracts this kind of thing.
No, it's them who's got the problem, not you. I get really annoyed with myself because I feel so guilty. I know it wasn't my fault, but I still feel really bad about what I've done to my family. My mum and dad, they've taken it really bad. It's like they feel as if they've let me down somehow.
My mum and my sister were the same when my dad raped me.
You must really hate him.
It's like I have to see him almost as though he's two separate people. There's the dad who loved me and looked after me when I was little. And then there's the other dad. The one who hurt me. I used to get really angry when I thought about what he'd done. But when I got angry, I'd feel so frustrated that I'd just end up in tears all over again. After a while, I realised that I had a choice. I could let all that rage and anger stay inside me. Let it poison every relationship that I ever had. Or I could let it go. I mean, I'm not saying that it was easy. But he'd already destroyed enough of my life. It was time to stop.
So, are you saying that you've, you know, found a way to forgive him after what he did to you?
No. I don't think I want to forgive him. That doesn't stop me loving him, though. I still love the dad that he used to be before he hurt me.
But how can you still love him after he raped you?
Well, I worshipped my dad when I was little. He was great fun. We had some brilliant times together. All those early memories are still precious, but they're clouded by what he did later. I know he abused me, but I still want to hold on to what we had before. And I know that my dad did love me. But something went wrong and that love got somehow warped and twisted up into something bad.
I think you're amazing.
Yeah, well, give yourself a bit of time and you'll amaze yourself.
God, you're all right, love. Do you remember what happened?
Whole place went on fire.
God only knows what would have happened if Luke hadn't found you. The pair of you were lucky to get out of there alive.
You should have left me in there.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
What's going on?
Like I said, nothing.
So why did you go out drinking?
Because I felt like it.
You only drink when there's something wrong. What's the matter? Whatever it is, you can tell me, love. You know that. Haven't we been through enough together over the years? There's nothing we can't sort out. We're a great team, you and me.
Stop treating me like a child.
Then talk to me, Joey. Tell me what's going on.
Cheers.
Mike, have you managed to have a word with your dad yet?
Give us a break, Bev. I've been working.
Oh, look at you. At least you've got a job.
Look, I've said I'd have a word and I will, OK? I don't know why you just don't ask him yourself.
You won't give me the time of day now. Not now him and Lady Mucker loves young Dream. He doesn't seem to care. I'm on pins, you know, waiting for Josh to come back. I tell you, Friday can't come quick enough for me.
Well, he's your kid. Why can't you just have him back straight away?
Gotta do some police checks on your dad first, but all being well, I'll get my little Bambino back. Unless your dad's had any dark secrets.
Oh, well, I wonder whether they'll find out what he got up to last year.
What are you talking about?
Blowing the parade up, trying to fit that cougar.
You won't be fussed about that.
Oh, so it's all right to blow stuff up now, is it?
I've had a word with Judith, our social worker, and she reckons they're just looking for the seriously dodgy stuff. You know, child abuse and that.
Well, he used to make me eat me greens when I was little. Does that count?
This is all one big joke to you, isn't it? No one seems to care. My life's in a mess.
Well, things are looking up for you. You're on an even keel. Josh will be home soon.
I haven't got a home. It's their home, isn't it? So I really thought me and your dad stood a chance together until she got a claws into him.
Well, they were together before you showed up. I mean, maybe if you hadn't met her, things would be different.
Things aren't going to be different for me and Josh, though, are they? We're going to be right back where we started. Just the two of us, trying to make a go of it. On our own.
You should have a sleep now, love. You must be worn out by it all.
I brought in the overnight stuff that you asked for. So what were you doing down in the old place anyway?
You were doing a bit of work on it, weren't you, love? Trying to get it all sorted.
That'd be a first.
Oh, give it a rest, will you? We've had enough hassle for one day.
Right. We should all go home, give Joey a bit of peace. He's really been in the wars today. Nurses will keep an eye on him.
Someone needs to.
What do you mean by that?
You played a blinder this time, eh? Is that the subtotal of your precious silver wedding fund? A big fat nothing.
Where's the money gone? You've been saving that for years.
Exactly. Where's it gone?
We stuck it in another account, that's all. Better rate of interest, just forgotten about it.
Why are you covering up for him? What did you do with all that money? There was nearly 1,000 in that account.
Come on, this has nothing to do with us.
He's probably spent it all on ale. Poured all your hard-earned savings down his throat.
My husband and son are in hospital. My house is virtually burnt to the ground. I've probably lost my job and all you can do is hassle me. Just leave it be, will you? Please.
So what are you doing, calling a meeting without Lindsay? She won't be happy.
I always say I go into business with a good mate of mine and he ends up getting stuck with his wife.
Ex-wife.
Oh, well, I suppose she has her uses. She's good at dealing with aggro, means we don't have to get our hands dirty.
So you're not going to get rid of her?
Well, she's the one with the cash. If anything, I might end up needing her more than ever. I'm still having trouble making up that shortfall.
The bank's still refusing to lend you more money?
They don't want to know, honestly. I've racked my brains and there's only one person I know round here with that kind of cash to chuck around.
Lindsay Corkill.
I just don't like the thought of going begging to a Corkill.
You're not hinting that I should have a chat with her, are you?
No. I've got to do my own dirty work. But I think I'd rather go back to bank and hassle them a bit more.
But I thought they wouldn't give you a penny more unless you had some sort of guarantee from the architect. And I can't imagine any professional who'd categorically state that nothing else is going to go wrong with that building. It's more than their job's worth, I should imagine.
I know it doesn't look good, but anything is better than going cap in hand to that one. I'll phone the architect now. I've got a home number.
Hiya.
Oh.
You sorted your little problem out yet?
I did, thank goodness.
I know I shouldn't ask, but no, I really shouldn't ask.
Go on.
I was just wondering, are you wearing it now, the cabbage?
Not the whole cabbage, no. I do, however, have a cabbage leaf inserted into each cup.
Weird. It's fascinating, all this women stuff. Maggie keeps that kind of thing to herself. I think I'd have noticed, though, she started putting vegetables down her bra.
The pain I've suffered, I'd do anything.
Yeah, I better get back to me mate. His lager will be going flat.
Oh, well, I wouldn't want to come between a man and his lager.
See ya.
Bye.
Not now, love. I'm not up to it.
It's lucky for you, Joey, you're already in hospital, because if you weren't in here, I'd put you in here myself. What have you done with all our money? It's taken us years to get that money together. Years. All our hard work, all our plans, it's all come to nothing.
Niamh, love. God, I've made a terrible mess of things. It's awful. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do.
What's happened, Joey? Tell me.
I'm sorry.
Tell me.
I've been driving illegally. I've had my license taken away. I got done for drink driving.
You stupid.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say.
You mean you've been banned from driving, but you kept on working? Driving the cab, driving the milk float. You could seriously expect to get away with it. What about the money? Where does that come into it?
Benny, he found out about it. Threatened to report me. I couldn't let him do that. I would have lost my jobs. Then what would we have done? We can't manage on what you bring home.
You mean Benny's been blackmailing you? Dear God, he was sitting in our living room, drinking our tea, acting as if he was your best friend, and all the time he was blackmailing you.
Look, I just couldn't think straight. All our money was gone. I had to pay the fine. Then he started getting really nasty. I had no more money to give him. I thought if I could just get the insurance money and pay him off once and for all, that'd be an end to it.
What insurance money? You're not saying you started the fire deliberately?
Look, I was just wanting to burn a few bits and pieces.
Please, God, as if things weren't bad enough.
I know I did things that get out of hand like that. We're taking out all the good stuff anyway. I just wasn't thinking straight.
In the name of God, Joey, how do you expect to think straight when you're drunk out of your skull? Perhaps Dad was right. You're nothing but a waste of space.
There you go. How did you get on with Nikki? How's she feeling?
Well, she's putting a brave face on. But
This whole thing has really knocked her sideways. Could take her years to get over it.
When I think of what she must be going through and what you went through, it makes me feel sick. I just hope for everyone's sake that they find the bloke who did this to Nicky, then we can all relax.
Well, I'd heard they'd taken that Harvey person in again. Seems like a right creep. Maybe it was him.
Well, we've already let him out.
Wonder if the police have got their eye on anyone else then.
Well, it'll be me, won't it? Harvey will have dropped me in it just to save his own skin. He just as much as threatened me.
Why? What did he say to you?
He was shouting his mouth off all over Bar Brookie. You'll know what it's like to have the finger pointed.
But why would the police listen to him?
He knows that Nicky saw me in her flashbacks. And if she hasn't told the police, he certainly will. He'll do anything to get himself off the hook.
What the hell are you playing at?
You have put my husband and son in hospital.
Oh, shut it, will ya?
You're the lowest of the low. My whole family's suffering because of you. How could you stoop so low as to blackmail someone? You cowardly piece of filth. Get out of the car.
You're off your head, you. You should go on before you get yourself into trouble.
Don't you walk away from me.
Oh, you want to play it rough, do you?
You don't think I did it, do you? I couldn't stand it if you thought I did it.
I know you, Mike. And I know that you're just not capable of raping someone. You'd never hurt a woman in that way. Not after everything you went through with Beth. You were brilliant with her. And you were the one that kept her sane after all that stuff with my dad.
Well, I tried to help, but I was out of my depth. All I wanted to do was, I don't know, just protect him, but it was too late.
It's not too late for me, Mike.
Don't you touch me!
Hey, what are you going to do, club me with your handbag? Listen, it was your precious Joey who broke the law. He's the one who's cowardly, drinking and driving without telling a soul. I covered for him, kept it quiet. I even drove him to the court. I don't think it's asking much for some reward for all my trouble, is it? Listen, girl, I did your Joey a favour, and he owes me big time. Mind you, if he's out of the game, maybe you'd like to honour his debt. You could have a little private arrangement, all of our own.
Now you listen to me. You go anywhere near Joey or any of my family ever again and you are in very big trouble. And if my boys ever get wind of what you've done to us, you're a dead man.
Four's nuts about holidays next, packing a punch in Barbados and touring Sri Lanka with four very merry widows in the Real Holiday Show.
Lord, the shops are going to be shut if we don't get a move on.
Are we nearly done? So, is that OK for the ukulele, Rosa?
Yeah, well, that's what Jackie was hoping you'd be able to sort.
Well, it's no bother for me to start off an hour earlier. Oh, thanks, Jessie. Would you tell Jackie we'll start the new routine on Monday then?
Yeah, sound.
Anthea, tick-tock. Ooh, someone's in a hurry. We've got a special shopping trip planned to pick up our wedding rings. Oh, how wonderful. And how romantic. And it's Valentine's coming up as well. That's what we thought. Have you seen my engagement ring? Oh, that's gorgeous. You're a very lucky lady, Anthea. I know. Would you like to sign your timesheet while you're here? Yeah, of course I will. And I'll pop down and see Jackie later and find out exactly what she wants me to do.
Has Beth said anything to you about the job?
You are?
My great granny's. She's a bit on at me to have a word with you.
No, Anthea would love that.
So what's up with face ache anyway?
Oh, she wanted me to go with her and pick Josh up.
Oh, I forgot it was today he was getting released.
He's only been in care, not Alcatraz.
Ta-ra. Excuse me.
Ta-ra, love.
Ta-ra.
So, how come you've blanked it?
Because me and my betrothed have a prior engagement at the jeweller's.
All right. Well, don't spend too much money, Dad.
Why not? Can't take it with you, can you?
No, but you can leave a big pile for me. See ya.
Ta-ra.
Aye, kid. The hunter-gatherer returns.
Where have you been all this time?
Popped into our Lindsay's new gaff next door.
I believe you've invited this Karen one round.
Oh, it'll be fine. Stop worrying, will you?
What do I know about alternate dinner party, Jimmy? I haven't even thought about what I'm going to wear yet.
Don't panic. Right, what's cooking?
I got some best steak. I thought you can't go wrong with that, can you?
A nice one, kidder. Hey, and loads of onion rings, I hope.
About half a ton.
That'll do me. Hey, look at this. Where do you think these came from? I had a little nose round next door, and guess what? 2 of the finest Chateau Ollie Simpson. Ha ha.
Well, you'll have to get the glasses. I haven't had a minute.
Hey, that place is littered with empties, you know. He must have been too drunk to find those 2.
Yeah, listen, look in the freezer, will you? And see if you can find that bag of sprouts.
Sprouts? We're not giving them sprouts, are we?
Why not?
Well, Lover could only find red. I mean, sprouts don't go with red.
Well, have a dig around and see what you can find.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll just open El Vino first. Give it a minute to breathe.
Oh, how come the wine gets a chance to breathe and I don't?
Did you remember to ask Simba if he could borrow his black tie?
You what?
His black tie for your Uncle Frank's funeral.
I'll ask him later. I don't know why I have to go to this funeral anyway.
It's what families do, you know. Births, funerals, weddings. It's when families see each other.
Yeah, but I hardly knew him.
That doesn't mean you can't pay respects to the man. You're growing up now, Lee. And the older you get, the more family responsibilities you need to start taking on board. Instead of lying around all day watching the telly.
Right, there's no need to get a cob on.
Oh, aren't I allowed to talk to you now without being accused of having a cob on?
Yeah, well, you're always on my case these days.
Is it any wonder? After all the hassle you've given me recently. Getting the police on our backs on all counts. It's about time you started shaping yourself, you know. And taking life a little bit more seriously for a change. Now, don't forget. Remember to ask Simba if you can borrow his black tie, OK?
Yeah, OK.
You're home then? And on the vodka already, are you?
Welcome home, Joey. It's water, that's all.
So how are you feeling?
Bit tired.
Is your chest all right after the smoke?
That's okay. Pumped in enough oxygen to last me a lifetime. I was going to phone you at work, let you know I was coming out. I wasn't sure you'd even want to talk to me after, you know.
How did you get back?
Minicab. Don't panic, I wasn't driving it.
Joey, you have pushed this family to the brink. Do you understand that? You've got nothing to smile about. Nothing.
Hey, I got a touch of blackcurrant jam off that wine just then.
Oh, give us a white round before you put us on the table. Oh, come on, standing still won't get the tea finished.
Oh, dinner, Jackie. We haven't invited a load of chimpanzees round for a tea party, you know. It's a dinner party.
I wish our Lindsay was here. She'd be helping me out, not just swanning around tasting wine. I wish you'd do something useful.
Yeah, like what? Everything's under control, isn't it?
Well, you could give the toilet bowl a scrub round, couldn't you?
Oh, thanks, Jackie. I'll do that before I get changed then, shall I? And I'll just take this down while I'm at it.
Oh, Jimmy, why? Oh, that was your pride and joy, getting your footy in the Guardian paper.
Yeah, well...
I just thought you'd be dead proud showing us off to Karen. And she'd be made up reading about it, wouldn't she? About you working with all the young scallies and drawing on all your past experiences.
Yeah, I suppose so. Only thing is, she's probably not had an article written about her in the paper before, has she? So, you know, she might get a bit embarrassed. You know, having me grinning down at her, doing me scally to schoolmaster bit. I think I'll just tuck it out of the way till they've gone, eh?
All right, but you won't get on if you're too modest, will you?
Love, nobody likes a show off, do they?
Oh, did you find any veg?
Yeah, they are, on the side. Carrots and collie, those little florets.
Oh, way, what a good idea. Frozen florets. They'll think we're dead posh, won't they?
You all right, Nicky?
Do you know if my nan's still here?
Yes, she's in the office with our Jackie, sorting out some cleaning schedule for Monday.
Oh, right, she's supposed to be calling round at ours an hour ago. I was beginning to get worried about her.
Well, I doubt they'll be in there much longer. Our Jackie will want to be out here when it starts getting busier. Can I get you a drink?
No, you're all right. I'll just hang on for her, if you don't mind.
No, of course not. So, are you getting on?
I'll just come and sit down, if you don't mind.
Rachel was saying she went round with you for the chat.
All right. She would, yeah, I suppose.
Well, I'm not saying that she said anything that was private between you. I just mean that she mentioned that you got together.
She's too brave, isn't she? Getting on with her life after what she went through.
Well, it took her a while to get her head together. As it would anyone, I suppose.
Meaning me?
Well, I just meant anyone. Harvey said that he'd seen me in one of his flashbacks.
George, Jackie minds if I want to knock for me, Nan?
I really hope that you don't believe it was me, because there couldn't be anything further from the truth. All I did was help you up the stairs, try and find you somewhere to get your head down till you felt better. I swear on my life, Nicky, it wasn't me. I was just trying to help you out.
Look, all I know is that I remember you taking me upstairs to the party, to the room I was raped in.
I was helping you, Nicky, honest. And I know I can't prove that it wasn't me, but all I can do is ask that you believe in what I'm saying. I swear I didn't do it.
Hiya. Are you all right, love?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I think she's just a little bit upset.
No, I'm all right.
Come on, love. Let's get you home.
Oh, in there, Andy, let's get you topped up.
Are you sure there's nothing we can do to help?
No, of course not, my Jackie's queen of the kitchen, aren't you, kid? She's never happy unless she's whipping up some gourmet gear, you know.
Cheers. Nice drop of bread.
I suppose I'm driving home.
Lob's got a cab.
93. Very nice. Did you get that locally?
No, Andy. Imported it straight from France. You know, from the brewery, like.
The brewery. Jimmy. I told you Jimmy was no respecter of language.
Sorry, what?
Jimmy.
Karen's been telling me why she thinks you get through to the kids so well.
Because you speak their language.
Yeah, right, well, it helps, I suppose.
I get really irritated by old fogies going on about double negatives and split infinitives. I think people should be able to celebrate their own dialect and language structure. Don't you, Jimmy?
Yeah, of course. I mean, no harm in speaking common, is there, Andy? Hey, mind you, I can manage posh when the need arises.
Jimmy, could I just borrow you for a minute?
Sorry, darling. Be with you in a jiffy. Here, Andy. Help yourself to a peanut. What's up?
Have a look.
Why is there a plate in the pan?
I was draining the vegetables and the plate just slipped in and now it's jammed.
Oh, it's all right. We'll get something to leave it out.
Yes, well, I've tried that.
Oh, give it here.
Well, it won't be long. Jimmy's just doing the taste test for me.
It won't come out.
Told you that. What am I going to do?
We're going to have to smash the plate.
What? Well, the collie will be full of broken crockery.
Yes, well, we'll just have to pick them out then, won't we?
I hope you like onion rings with your steak. I've done loads. Well, I always do.
Didn't you tell them I was a vegetarian?
Sorry. And they never asked.
I'm going out, okay?
For a good drink, I suppose. So you can forget all your troubles. Drown your sorrows at the bottom of the bottle.
No.
Right. So what is it tonight? Your arsonist's evening class?
I'm going to see Benny. To tell him he's bled me dry. To tell him to get off my back.
You don't need to worry about Benny anymore.
How come?
I went to see him after I left the hospital. And I did what you should have done from day one. I told him what he could do with his blackmail. So that's the last you'll be seeing of that so-and-so, okay?
You reckon?
Yeah, I know. I told him I'd let the boys loose on him.
Niamh, I wish you hadn't done that.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll get the message. So it won't even come to that.
So, that's another battle you've fought for me, then?
And one for me.
What does that mean?
Your so-called mate Benny only thought he could get me to pay off your debts in kind.
Did he touch you?
Is that concern for me or your male ego?
I'm so sorry, love. I would never mean for you to go through anything like that. Not in a million years.
It's over with now. I put it down to just another in the long line of traumas that you've put me through over the years.
I know. I've just always wanted us to be the happiest couple in the world. Haven't been able to make it happen. Because I'm not up to the job. Listen, I'll get out of your way.
Yeah, you do that. Maybe it's about time you just stayed out of my way for good.
Do you mean that?
It's up to you, Joey. You're the one that's got to work out if you still deserve to be a part of this family. Because you're the one trying to drag us down into the gutter. Well, I'll tell you this for nothing. I don't care if that's where you end up, but you'll be on your own. Because I'm not going to let you drag the rest of my family down there with you.
Don't let me go without that suitcase, will you?
No, we'll get it for you in a minute. So you're looking forward to your few days away?
I am, love. Although I've been wondering if I should have cancelled, so I could be there if you needed me.
No, you go and enjoy your break. I'll be fine. Oh, and thanks, Nan, for looking after me before in the bar.
That's what Nans are for, isn't it? To be there for their grandchildren if they need them. It looks as if that Mike Dixon was really upsetting you.
I don't think he meant to.
He should have known better after what you've been through. The last thing you need is suspects getting at you in public.
He wasn't getting at me. He was trying to explain what happened with him at the party.
Protesting his innocence, you mean? Like every man who was there has. But they can't all be innocent, can they? One of them's got to be guilty.
Yeah, but which one, Nan?
Ah, home sweet home. Will the future Mrs. Dixon step this way, please?
No sign of Bev, then?
Doesn't seem to be. Looks like she's been back with Josh, though. She might have taken him to the pictures or something to celebrate.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather have been with her today? For Josh's sake?
Anthea, I chose to be with you today to show how much I care about you. And because we've chosen each other to settle down with. To be honest, I was glad of the excuse not to go out with her.
Oh, I see. That's all today was, is it? It wasn't a romantic trip out to buy our wedding ring. It was just an excuse not to be with Bev.
Don't you believe it? Right. I'll show you mine if you'll show me yours. Here's to us.
To us.
Surprise! Woo! I'm so sorry, Andy. No one told me you were a meat eater.
It's my fault. I never thought to say.
No, it's my fault. I should have asked.
No, it's okay. I'm fine with what I've got.
Don't you want me to do you a cheese omelette or something?
No, honestly, I really like onion rings.
We'll have an extra portion of Florence.
Thanks.
The crunchy bit seems to give them quite an interesting texture. Is that, cumin seed or some kind of spice grain?
Aye, Jack, don't be giving away your cookery secrets. She could bring out a cookbook, you know. Oh, aye, I like that Delia What's-It doodle. Make a fortune.
What is it you do, Andy?
Well, I trained in fine art, but that won't pay the bills, so I've worked in graphic design ever since I left college.
Hey, Andy, my Jackie's well into art, aren't you, kid?
Oh, in my own way, you know. Jimmy, would you like to finish off that last bit of steak?
Hey, too right, if no one's going to fight me for it.
So what sort of medium do you like?
Sorry? Oh, you mean like, for my steak? Medium rare.
No, sorry, I mean watercolours or gouache or oils.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Well, she'll have a go at anything, won't you, Jack? You know, I mean, she had a stint out in France not that long ago doing all that painting, you know, French things. That's where we got the wine from, actually. A little bit of a top-up and...
Cheers.
Did you study art?
Just in night school.
Yeah, otherwise, self-taught. Best way, eh, Andy?
So, Jackie's an artist. We could get her involved in our school play.
Yeah.
What play's that?
We both seem to have volunteered to help put on the school play this term.
Where are you going round to Coles?
Nah, I'll see him tomorrow.
Alright. Hey, look, I'm sorry about before. Getting on your back like that. But it's only because I'm worried that you're letting the world pass you by, son. I know it must seem like there's no hope for you some days, but everyone goes through phases like that, you know, thinking that there's nothing down for them. But you can't just sit around saying that your life's going nowhere unless you're prepared to get out there and try and do something for yourself for a change.
Like what?
Well, the basic stuff. I mean, how about trying one of those modern apprenticeships? Or you just have to keep going down the job centre.
When do you think was the last time I went to the job centre?
It's last week, wasn't it?
I've been twice this week.
You what?
Twice, OK? Isn't that enough?
How come you didn't say anything to me about it?
Because there's been nothing to say. I couldn't find the job and that was that. How do you think it makes me feel having to come home all the time telling you how useless I am?
Say cheese, Josh.
Cheers, Josh!
Right, son, off you go. Get your jammers on and come back and have a few cans of lager with me, eh?
Oh, isn't this nice, eh? All being back together. Just like being a family.
Right, I better get back to work. Cheers, son.
Oh, things are really falling into place for me now, aren't they? I mean, I've got a roof over my head, got my Josh back. All I need now is a job to get back on my feet.
Right, well, you're going to have to get yourself down the job centre first thing in the morning, aren't you?
He's not very good at taking a hint, is he?
Not with you?
Well, here's me needing a job, and here's him telling me to go down to the job centre. All the time he's in a position to offer me employment.
What, with great grannies? Right, I'll see you later.
Draw. Yeah. Where else? Why not?
Well, you're hardly a granny for a start.
And to be quite honest, our clients, well, they do expect a more mature cleaner.
I'm not talking about cleaning. I mean, I did enough of that with the Farnhams, didn't I? So I am experienced in that field, which is why I'm more obviously management material.
Well, you run great grannies.
Why not?
Because the position's already taken. And I have no intention of retiring just yet, thank you very much. But we do have a cleaning job with Mrs. Harrington, if you can provide us with the required standard of reference.
I could be a manager, couldn't I, Ron? You know I could.
Sorry, love. Anthea's already doing it.
Well, then, just have to start at the bottom. But, you know what they say, the cream always rises to the top.
So what's this play going to be, then? It's a bit late for a pantomime.
Well, we talked about looking at something on the curriculum. You know, well, like reenacting out some of the parliamentary debates that led up to the Civil War.
See, there you go, Karen. That'd be a big turn-off for the kids straight away, wouldn't it? You need to find something from their own everyday lives as a way in.
Like what?
Well, footy, drugs or something. I mean, Andy, this is what these kids have got to face every day on their way home from school. You know, whether they should spend their pocket money on a wrap of smack or a bag of sweets. That's the sort of life Susan Clark was living every day. God rest her poor little soul. I mean, there's nothing new in drugs, is there? They've been around, well, they've been around for ages. I mean, you could do scenes from the opium trade in China at the turn of the century, couldn't you? And bang, there you go, exploring the history of the British Empire.
No one would want to watch a play about drugs in the Empire.
Of course they won't. I mean, they want to come along for a good night out, don't they? A good laugh.
All right, well, we can stick in a few jokes, can't we?
It'd be a great way to put drugs in the context of history. And it raises all kinds of issues of trade and corruption. It sounds great.
We obviously know nothing, do we?
No. Well, everyone's fast asleep on the first night. They won't be able to say the way it won't.
So you're definitely going to get involved in this play?
Of course I am. So long as I don't end up on stage.
Let's say goodbye to them now, Jackie. This will be the last we see of them for an age.
You're back then?
If I'm allowed in.
I'm past caring, to be honest.
No, you're not. I know you too well. It's your big problem. You care too much.
Oh, is it? I thought you were my big problem.
I'm just the cross you have to bear.
Do you know what makes me really angry? I'm angry that you allowed yourself to get so far down this road. You got yourself into such a state and you never said one word to me about any of it. Why, Joey? Why?
I was scared. I thought it'd be the final straw.
We'd survived nearly 25 years together, hadn't we? We were saving up to celebrate us. To celebrate us being a team. And sticking the course. Maybe it's a good thing you did take all the money out of our silver wedding fund. Because I can't really think what we've got left to celebrate.
Will I make us a cup of tea?
You do what you like. I'm going to bed. Will you lock up?
I always do.
Do you want the small case, Nan, or the medium one?
The small one will do me, love. I'm only going for a couple of days.
Oh, my light bulb's gone.
Do you want me to find you a spare one?
No, I'll manage. I'll find one in a minute.
Are you sure, love? It's no bother. Nicky, you all right, love? Oh, my hand, love.
I saw him, Nan. I saw him.
You're okay, love. You're okay. Just calm yourself down.
I saw who did it.
The man who raped you. Was it Mike Dixon?
I saw him on the bed next to me.
Are you sure he wasn't trying to help you?
It wasn't Mike. It was him. It was Luke Musgrave.
If you've been affected by rape, whatever the circumstances, there's a Channel 4 information line with sources of support, including specific help for victims of drug rape. The number to ring is 08 456 102 288. Lines are open from now until the 20th of March and calls will cost no more than 20 pence. That's 08 456 102 288.
For a few days.
I didn't really feel up to it. I think I'm coming down with a bit of a cold.
Oh, do you want me to get you some of those hot lemon drinks from off the shops?
I'll live. Where's Nicky?
In bed. Nick, your nan's here. She has days like this. Supposed to be expected. Not easy to watch, though.
Has she said anything to you?
About what? Oh, not right now. Oh, at last. Oh, hey, love, you look a bit pale. You need some fresh air. You all right?
That's what I want to know.
I'm fine. You staying for a drink?
That's what I'm here for. Coffee and a chat. And see how you are.
Right then, I'll leave you two girls to it. I'll get me chores done, make the most of my day off. See you later. Yeah, bye, Mum.
Bye. You haven't told her, have you?
Did you say tea or coffee?
Nicky, You remembered who attacked you?
And what do you want me to do, Nan? Stand in the middle of the close and shout Luke Musgrove raped me?
I want you to tell somebody. Like your mum and dad for a start.
Well, if you've come here to talk me into that, you're going to be here for a lot longer than a cup of coffee.
Thought you'd gone to work.
Told them I've got a hospital appointment. I was lying. The lengths I'll go to, eh? To avoid some stupid job interview.
Oh, why don't we just go in and get it over and done with?
Because I'm sick and tired, Luke, of getting things over and done with. The loss adjuster's phoned about the fire, asking me questions I just don't know the answer to. Your dad's down at the dairy, handing in his notice. And I'm here unwrapping bits of china because the last lot was smashed to smithereens by the neighbours.
Then in walks Mr. Sensitive.
Oh, no, love, it's not your fault. I'd have snapped if you'd asked me about the weather. Oh, I don't know, Luke. Sometimes I just want to pack my bags and walk out of here.
You and Dad will sort things out.
We've got to, love. Because he needs me, and he tells me that every time he turns his life upside down. The thing is, what would my life be without him, Luke? I need him as much as he needs me.
I've told you, I never wanted to come to this funeral in the first place.
Yeah, and I told you that you had to. This isn't just any funeral, you know. It's your Uncle Frank's.
Yeah, Leo?
Oh, and what, like? You were dead close to him. You hardly even knew him.
Hey, no, that's enough. You're here to pay your respects. Now, I don't think that's the best way of going about it, do you?
I thought I told you not to come round here. Why don't you go inside and do something useful?
All right, Ma. See you later. Everything all right, Bunny?
Yeah. Thanks for coming, mate.
Hey. Good to see you. Come on.
Where are you going?
I've got things to do.
Are you not coming to the park with me and Josh? I was going to take him when he finished his bath.
Some other time, eh?
Oh, right, yeah. Well, you know, whenever you can fit us in. We don't mind playing second fiddle to your fancy piece.
All right. I'm going to the hospital for a checkup, you know what I mean?
Oh, Ron. Why didn't you tell me? Look, I'll get Josh. We'll come with you.
No. It's all right.
Why? She going with you?
No. Anthea isn't.
Then we're coming.
Bev, no. Hospitals aren't the nicest of places at the best of times.
Ron, what if it's bad news? Because you know it could be.
Then the last thing I want is young Josh being there. He's been through enough lately.
Mike or Jackie could look after him. They wouldn't mind.
Bev, no. I need to do this on my own. Please.
Well, as long as you come straight back. Don't keep me here worrying.
I promise. I'll come straight back.
Ron, what are we going to do with you?
I wondered when you were going to come out of hiding. The coffee's there. It's still hot.
Thanks. I'm sorry about before.
I don't mean to pressure you, love. I just want you to do what's right.
But you don't understand, though, Nan. Everyone keeps going on about Nicky's flashbacks, but nobody understands what it's like. They just think these horrible pictures keep flashing into my head, and they do. But it's not like I'm watching some film. I'm there, Nan, and it's happening to me.
Oh, I do understand, love. I can't begin to imagine what it's like, but I do understand.
But you can't. Otherwise, you wouldn't be wanting me to go telling everybody.
Well, your mum and dad's hardly everybody.
It's like it happened yesterday. When I saw you standing there in the doorway, it just threw me right back. He was there. I could see Luke's face.
And that's what you've got to say. If you're sure it was him, he needs to pay for what he's done.
But you're not listening to me. It's not just his face I remembered.
Oh, my love.
I tried to move, but I couldn't. All I kept doing was trying to lift my arms and legs. And I tried to show Nan I really did, but it wouldn't come out. I knew there was someone on top of me, but I couldn't feel him, except inside me.
Nicky, I'm sorry, love. I'm so sorry.
I can't tell anyone that. I just can't.
Do you fancy going out later?
Me?
Yeah. We're going into town. I need to get out of this house. Do you fancy it?
I might do. I'll see how it goes.
So where'd you go when you go out then?
Everywhere, really.
I'm surprised you haven't run into you before.
You know, When I think back when Auntie Lou was bringing us up, I must have drove her up the wall. Because even though she said we couldn't go out, me and our Ellis used to climb out the window and go and sneak off down the pub club. She was forever dragging us back, you know.
Whatever happened to your Ellis? He was a bit of a tearaway, wasn't he?
He's living in London now. He was a good kid, Ellis. He was just easily led, you know.
Sounds just like our Jerome. He's a really good kid and everything. But I know what it's like when kids start hanging around in gangs. There's always someone who likes pushing the boundaries.
You mean like this devil fella?
Exactly.
Hi. Hiya. How did it go at the hospital?
Okay, yeah. Glad it's over. How did the interviews go?
Oh, they didn't.
What?
Oh, there's been some problem at head office. Rivers has been on the phone all morning trying to sort it out.
I don't believe this. So what's happening now?
Well, he started interviewing about an hour ago, but he hasn't got very far down the list.
And where am I on this list?
Neve, according to this, you're next up. Do you want to make your way down to my office? I won't be long. Just been called to the sales floor.
And I thought today couldn't get any worse.
Oh, by the way, I enjoyed reading your reorganisation report. Perhaps we'll have time to discuss it in the interview.
Any sign of Ron yet?
No, he hasn't been in.
Thought he'd be back by now.
Why? Is it something important?
Important? I certainly think so. Going to hospital because of chest pains.
What?
You mean he didn't tell you? Look, maybe he didn't want you to know.
You must have got it wrong.
No, I'm telling you. We were going to the park. Me, Ron and Josh, but he had to cancel because the hospital wanted him to go in.
Well, it's the first I've heard.
Look, me and Ron go back a long way. I've been through this with them all before. Obviously, he just wasn't ready to tell you about it.
Obviously.
Look, will you do me a favour? Will you not crack on that I've told you? It's just, I don't want him thinking he can't confide in me.
I can't believe he didn't tell me.
Look, this isn't about me and you, is it? About who he confides in and who he doesn't. It's about Ron. And we don't want to make him more sick than he obviously is.
I just don't understand. I had no idea he was having chest pains.
Maybe you shouldn't have pushed him into a wedding. Might have all been too much for him.
Hiya. Hey, Jess, I got you some of those hot lemon drinks. What's up?
Everything's all right. But I think Nicky's got something to tell you. Haven't you, Nick?
So, what's Jerome doing with himself?
Nothing. It's the same for most kids. There's hardly anything going.
Has he tried getting one of these modern apprenticeships?
No. Why should he? Jerome's a bright lad. Left school with 4 A-levels. He's got the brains to go for a job as a teacher, manager, or anything.
So what's he doing about it?
Nothing. He was really keen when he was studying for his A-levels. Said he felt like he was working towards something, you know? Thinking that he'd get a job. But he's been knocked back from that many interviews. He won't even try now.
He can't just do nothing.
I know. He just seems to have lost heart. He won't go to college. He calls it delaying the obvious. 3 years of studying, just to end up on the dole.
There's no way you'd catch me working in a chippy.
I'm on working to sort my dad out. I'm gonna sack it off soon. Is this your dad?
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it'd be like if I lost my dad. It was bad enough when my mum went.
Is your mum dead?
No. She left me dad for another fella.
Trouble is, there aren't enough role models around. Frank was good for that. Real confidence booster. He could have moved on like everyone else. Got himself a better paid job. But he wouldn't, because he cared.
It's not that the rest of us don't care.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just all getting to me. Jerome seems to think he'll be able to manage on the dole.
Well, he survived on pocket money so far.
I wish. Me and Frank have been able to provide for Jerome quite comfortably. But what's going to happen now without Frank's salary to rely on? He's still going to want his fancy trainers and nice clothes.
He'll understand. Like you say, he's bright enough.
But he's not going to stop him wanting them.
You're worrying too much for him. We never had all that, did we? We just made do.
Times have changed, Mick. At least in our day, no one had them. You only have to look at the expensive clothes some of them are wearing. And yet they've never worked an honest day in their lives.
So what are you saying?
That our kids are being tempted into finding their own ways of making money. And it frightens the life out of me.
They're working as a team, for one. I think I've managed to maintain morale. There's actually a good spirit down there.
Even with the threat of redundancies?
Well, I think with a lot of them, it's a case of why worry? You know, if it's going to happen, it'll happen anyway, so...
Well, Neve, you needn't look so worried. The Inquisition's over. Now, your comments on the reorganisation. I wanted to use this interview as an opportunity to discuss a few things. However, with all the gremlins in the works this morning, we're not going to have time today.
You'll be able to tell me now what's going to happen to my job, though.
How long have you been here now?
20 years.
I'll get us a coffee.
Luke Musgrove. After everything that has happened and everything that's been said, it was him. I mean, all along it's been him.
He's got some nerve, I'll say that for him.
Oh, give him nerve. Mum, you can't do anything. I knew this had happened. Me dad smashed their place up once and now you're going to go and do it all over again? Oh, no. I don't want to go over and smash a few vases. I want to go over there and break every bone in his body.
Margie.
I know. It's just that I'm so angry. And I hope you are too. Because you are going to need that anger to do what you need to do. Now, you've got to tell the police what you remember. I'm not doing it, Nick. He lives opposite us, for God's sake. Well, if you don't do it for yourself, do it for me. I'll do it for Aunt Emily. That's not fair. Yeah, and him walking around unpunished is. I'm going to have to phone the police.
You know she's right, love, don't you?
Look, love, we'll be with you every step of the way. I just want it all over with. And as soon as you speak to DS Rose, it will be. Hey? Hello? Can I speak to DS Rose, please?
Tell me you've still got your job. I haven't. Oh, no, Neve. They've offered me a better one.
Oh, hey? You had me going there, girl. I'm made up for you.
Wish I could feel the same.
But it'll mean more money, won't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
So what's your problem, then? And poor Pat Harvey's in the toilet in floods of tears. And they said they couldn't offer her anything.
They might as well have said the same to me.
Neve, what's going on?
I don't want this new job. I like my old one. I'm only going to be bogged down by reading and paperwork.
Well, why don't you tell Rivers that you'd rather keep your old job, eh?
What old job? There isn't any old job. It no longer exists. Apparently it's been displaced by technology. No, it's either take this new one or end up with nothing.
So what are you going to do then?
There's no choice. We need the money. I'm going to have to take it.
And you remember clearly seeing Luke Musgrove? And do you remember him saying anything to you?
No.
Thanks, Nicky. I'm sure that must have been difficult for you, but it's helped us a lot. Can you arrange for someone to call round and deal with the paperwork?
Does that mean she doesn't have to go to the station?
I'm sure that's the last place you want to go.
I just want to go and have a lie down, actually.
Go on then, love. You did really well then.
Right.
You're going over there to arrest him now?
It's not as simple as that.
Well, what's so complicated? She told you who did it, didn't she?
I'm as eager as you are to arrest whoever did this, but there are procedures.
And do you think Luke Musgrove followed procedures when he raped her?
Margie, leave it to DS Rose.
I need to consult with my detective chief inspector before...
No, she's already identified who did it. So why are you passing the buck?
Mrs. Shadwick, I can assure you we will act upon this new information and take the appropriate action. But unfortunately, that action cannot be dictated by you.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
We'll keep you informed. But whatever the next move is, we'll make it. Not you, and not your husband.
Hiya.
Oh, Ron. What took you so long?
Hey, steady on, steady on. I had a bit of business to see to.
And how was business? Is this business anything I should know about?
No.
Are there any problems?
Well, it's hard to say right now.
Ron, we need to talk. In private.
Right. Can you give us a minute, Bev?
Well, I was going to make us all a drink.
Bev, please.
Right. I need to know exactly what's going on.
Well, at least you didn't get the boot.
Thanks, love. I might as well have. It's just going to be all paperwork and computers. I don't know the first thing about computers.
They'll probably just retrain you all. You know, send you on courses and that.
It just terrifies me. I don't know. Look, it just seems to be one thing after another.
Sorry, Mum.
Sure, what have you got to be sorry about?
Well, I'm one of those one thing after another's. If things hadn't have gone wrong with me, maybe my dad wouldn't have kept his problems to himself and gotten in such a mess.
Don't you go blaming yourself for what your dad's done. Had nothing to do with you. And it's certainly not your fault you were dragged into some rape inquiry.
It's the police.
He looks like a good kid.
Yeah, he is. They both are. Hey, did I tell you about our Jim in a private school?
Oh, the state of you? McJono's kid in private school?
I just want to give them the best stars I possibly can. Especially if she wants to go to university.
You haven't half changed.
What do you mean? For the better or worse?
No, you just seem different.
Different? Bonnie, come on, Bonnie. You can't just leave it like that.
Do you remember when we used to get harassed by the police just hanging around the precinct?
Of course, I haven't changed that
Would you
much.
like anything else?
Oh, no, thanks, Gina. Actually, I think we should be getting back, you know.
Okay, well, make sure you don't leave it so long next time.
If you saving food like that, I'll be back tomorrow.
Are you having a go at my cooking?
Don't think you're leaving without giving me a hug?
There you go. See you to the door, yeah? All right, yeah, take care. Listen, if there's anything you need, just give me a shout, eh?
Thanks, Mick.
No, I know you think I'm just saying it, but I mean it, Bonnie. If there's anything you want, anything at all, you just have to ask. Okay. Take care.
What is it you want? Haven't you put this family through enough already?
It might be better if we went inside.
What for?
He hasn't done anything wrong.
Well, he hasn't got anything to worry about then, has he? I need to speak to you, Luke.
You've got nothing better to do than bother innocent people.
Look, this isn't getting us anywhere. Let me speak to them, Mum.
Don't you think this family's helped you enough?
Luke Musgrove, I'm arresting you for rape. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Why didn't you tell me you've been ill?
What are you talking about, ill? There's nothing wrong with me. I'm as fit as a fiddle.
I don't understand. Bev said you went to the hospital with chest pains.
Oh, well, she's right. Not about the chest pains, but I did go to the hospital.
So why didn't you tell me?
Well, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to worry you, love. It was just a routine checkup, that's all. I've had the all clear.
But you didn't mind worrying Bev?
No, it's not like that. I'm ashamed to say that I've sort of, well, led her on to believe that my heart's a bit dodgy. Well, she's been going on with me. I just wanted a quiet life.
I don't believe this. Why couldn't you just tell her to stop being so demanding?
You know what she's like. I only said it to get her off me back.
Well, I hope you're not expecting me to lie.
Well, no, not lie, love. No, just, just go along with it. Only till we're married, like.
I've been worried sick about you all day, wondering what was happening at the hospital.
I'm sorry about that.
And it all comes back to her. All the heartache, all the upset down to her. And I'm not going to play along. She needs to know the truth, and the truth is, she should sling her hook.
Hey, Dad, look, something's happened.
Yeah, about time, too.
Not again, it's not fair.
Go inside, kids.
I want to see what's going on.
No, go inside. And you, Leo.
Until Joey gets here.
It doesn't work like that.
It's all right, Ma. I'm innocent. I'll be back before you know it.
No, you can't do this. How can you arrest him? You've got no evidence. He's done nothing.
Ma, please.
Tell me what you've got on my son.
I suggest you contact your solicitor.
I'll get you some help.
Come away, Nicky, love. Would she be like that if it happened to their Kelly? So I've got a good man to go over there and give her a piece of my mind. Oh, Mum, will you just leave it, please? No, I know she's his mum, but I'm telling you, if that was our Jason, there's no way I'd be covering up for him. I'd say take him.
You could never believe your son was capable of something like that.
Yeah, just like I never dreamt anything like this had happened to my daughter. What was all that about before, eh?
We need to talk.
Oh, nothing. She just wanted to talk about the wedding, that's all.
She hassling you again?
She doesn't hassle me.
So, what did they say at the hospital?
It's not looking good, Bev.
Why? What did they say?
I'm not to have any stress.
Well, that's not any good, is it? When you're being dragged down the aisle by Speedy Gonzales. I'm going to have to tell her to delay things. I mean, your heart can't cope with this.
No, I don't want you to tell her. Or the kids. You see, I've only told you.
Ron, don't you be worrying. Your secret's safe with me.
Luke Musgrove, you are charged that on the 23rd of December 1998, at Liverpool in the county of Merseyside, you raped Nicky Shadwick. And that is contrary to Section 1, Schedule 2 of the Sexual Offenders Act 1956. Do you wish to make a reply?
No.
She said she doesn't feel up to eating anything.
Don't think I could eat anything either.
Do some soup.
I'm worried, Margie.
What about?
Well, you saw her face when Luke was being arrested. What if she's having second thoughts?
No, she saw him. She knows it was him.
But she could be getting mixed up. She's had an awful lot on her mind lately. I mean, Luke was the boy she was kissing at the party, wasn't he? No wonder she keeps seeing his face. It must have been very close up.
I don't care if she did kiss him. It doesn't mean to say he can come back and drug her and rape her. No, if my daughter says he's the one who raped her, then that's good enough for me.
If you've been affected by rape, whatever the circumstances, there's a Channel 4 information line with sources of support, including specific help for victims of drug rape. The number to ring is 08456 102 288. Lines are open from now until the 20th of March, and calls will cost no more than 20 pence. That's 08456 102 288. Next tonight on 4, classic aircraft.
Yeah, I'll tell her. Okay, see you later, John. That was your dad. Luke Musgrove's being charged for keeping him in. He's appearing in the magistrate's court this heavy.
There you go. Cheers. Jackie, I'm just going to see my dad, see if he fancies a bevy. Thought I'd organise a stag night, seeing as Auntie's having a hen night.
Yeah, okay.
Thought I might take him to a lap dancing club, you know. Slip him a few quid, make sure he has a good time.
What?
What planet are you on?
Oh, Mike, I'm just thinking about something, that's all.
So what comes so stressed?
Well, I'm waiting for Lindsay and Susanna.
Is that it?
Well, I still haven't worked out a way of paying for all the extra work on the club, and the brewery hasn't jumped to help. So it looks like I'm going to have to go cap in hand to Lindsay Corkill.
Well, I thought Peter had all the money. What's Lindsay got to do with it?
I'll try anything. I'm desperate.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Right, I won't be long. And you'll sort it, Jack. You always do.
Come on, Josh, get your coat on. We're going out. I will get out your hair, let you relax for the day.
All right, OK, thanks.
Oh, he's got a great little imagination, hasn't he?
You can say that again.
Now, come on. Don't be silly. We're going for a nice day out.
I want to stay here.
Come on, I might even buy you a prezi. See ya.
Yeah, ta-ra.
Oh, say hello to Uncle Mike.
All right, Josh.
Hey, behave yourself. Don't be naughty.
All right, son.
All right, Dad. Listen, how do you fancy a bit of a staggy?
Well, I wasn't planning on one, really. You know, it's only meant to be a quiet wedding, you know, like low-key.
Come, Ed, I'll call a couple of the lads and we'll go into town. You can't miss out, it's tradition.
I don't know, son.
Come on, we'll have a session, it'll be great. I'll see you later.
Looks like we're in for a long meeting.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to update you both on what's been going on.
Any luck with raising more money?
I'm starting to get desperate now.
I'm just sorry I can't raise any more.
Yeah, well, so am I.
Oh, she's just going off now. Hope she sleeps through. You don't mind me bringing her to the meeting, do you?
No, of course not. So still no decision on a name, then?
No, I just know if I wait for long enough, I'll be able to find exactly the right name. You know, not just something that I like the sound of, something that suits her personality.
Personality? She's only a few weeks old.
I know, but you know, their own characteristics start to develop from the moment they're born. I just want to make sure I find the right name. Do you think I'm being silly?
No. I mean, too many people name the kids without really thinking it through properly. They usually just name them after a relation or the latest film star or singer.
You mean like poor Kylie?
Exactly. What is she and all the little Demis and Waynes you hear getting shouted at in the supermarket gonna think of their names when they grow up?
Well, this little one isn't going to get named until I'm certain I've made the right choice.
Any word from Max yet?
I had a card from Canada.
Wait, that's where Patricia is, isn't it?
No doubt he's off chasing her now. It is her turn.
So he still doesn't know then?
Well, I'm certainly not tracking him down to tell him. We're doing just fine on our own, aren't we?
Hiya.
Hiya.
Oh, hello.
Oh, look at her.
Oh, you two been treating yourselves then?
Yeah, we've been into town to get something to wear for tonight.
I wasn't going to bother, but this one insisted that I splash out.
It's your hen night. You're going to have a new outfit.
Will you be able to make it tonight?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'll have to look after this little one, but have a great time.
Don't worry about that. We'll make sure of it.
Yeah, too right.
Now listen, you two. All I want's a quiet drink, no going mad.
You won't be saying that after a few gin and tonics.
I'll have a few glasses of wine and that's it. These two look like they've got work to do. Let's go and have that cup of coffee. I'm parched.
Oh, have a great time.
Well, Lindsay should well be here by now.
Are you going to ask her for the money you need?
Well, I'd rather I didn't have to, but...
I'm sure if she can help out, she will.
Yeah, but at what price?
Hello, Luke. I'm Chris Carlton from Levy Brown and Saunderson.
Nathan said you'd be representing me.
Oh, eh?
After spending a night in a cell, how do you think?
Yeah, I'm sorry the magistrate's court isn't much of an improvement on the police station cell.
Well, if movement here means I'm going to be out of here soon, I can put up with it.
I wouldn't build your hopes up. You're here today to have a charge put to you.
There's no chance of bail, then?
No, we will, of course, ask for bail, but, well, there's a strong possibility you'll be remanded in custody until your next appearance.
And when will that be?
Oh, next week at the earliest.
Right. Well, first I thought I'd update you both with the progress report from the builders.
Has all the business of the subsidence been sorted yet?
But yeah, I'll come to that in a minute.
Right.
Oh, come on, Bing, it's a stag night. Well, at least come out for a few, then. All right, somewhere to me dad's you are. See you later.
All right, Mike. 2 BLTs and 2 coffees, please, mate.
Do you want chips with the sandwiches?
You're joking, aren't you? Just spent all afternoon dishing them out.
Sorry, have you been busy then?
Rammed.
You know what? All this hard work can't be doing you too much good. What you both need is a good night out.
Oh, eh? And?
Well, we're all going out with my dad later, you know, for the stag night.
And you're asking me to go?
Well, why not? It's about time you two made up. Oh, come on, that gas cooker nonsense was ages ago.
Well, and look at all the trouble it caused me. You won't catch me drinking with him again.
Well, what about you, Mick? You get on with him all right, don't you?
Yeah. In fact, I saw a few old mates I haven't seen for ages at my cousin's funeral, you know. And I promised that we should get together soon so I could see if they fancy it.
Well, yeah, the more the merrier.
Yeah, we're gonna have a boss night down by theirs, you know. Talkie. You know how far I love that one.
Talksteth. Me out fella drinking and toxted.
Oh, not such a good idea, then.
Yeah, point taken. I'll get the order. See you later.
See you.
If either of us had bevy with Dick.
Mike's obviously struggling to get all Ron Dicko's mates to go out with him.
So you were saying you saw some of your old mates at the funeral, yeah?
Yeah, all the lads I grew up with. My cousins, some old neighbours, you know. Made me realise how much I've lost touch with everybody.
Yeah, well, that's what happens, isn't it, eh? You lose touch and then the next thing you know, you haven't seen them for 10 years.
Afternoon. Glass of lager, please, lad.
All right, Alec. What are you doing in here? I thought you wanted grapes after you knocked off.
I just thought I'd have quite one on here today.
Yo, Luke's been charged, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's all a big mistake.
That's what he says.
All right, mate.
Ah, Luke wouldn't do something like that.
That's not what Nicky Shadwick's saying, and she should know, eh?
No need to guess what you're thinking about.
I wasn't thinking about anything, really. I was just daydreaming.
Come off it, Mum. I can tell by the look on your face. This is ruining all of our lives, isn't it?
No, and we're not going to let it either. Now that Luke Musgrove's been arrested, we've got to start thinking about the trial.
That's if they've got enough evidence. Even the police weren't saying it'd get to court.
It will. They wouldn't have charged him if they weren't confident of a conviction.
If it does, what will I have to do in court?
Well, you just tell them what happened.
Yeah. And then get pulled apart by the creep who's trying to get Luke off with it.
The defence won't be allowed to go too far. I've dealt with sexual harassment cases at work, and at tribunals, the victim is always well protected.
I'm just dreading it. I wish it'd all just go away.
Look, why don't you talk to Diana Family Support? She might be able to help you.
I don't see how. It's just the thought of having to go over it all again that really scares me, especially in court.
Nick, is there something else?
What do you mean?
Well, you worried you might have got it wrong. I mean, you were kissing Luke at the party, and maybe that's why you remember him so clearly.
Mum, I told you, it was him.
So, taking all of that into consideration, the builder reckons he can have it all finished within 6 weeks at the most.
Well, this is all very well, but you haven't said all this has been paid for.
Oh, I'm sorry about this.
Well, I had hoped that either Barry or the brewery would come up with the 30,000 that I need.
But they haven't.
So what are you going to do?
Well, I was wondering if you could invest any more.
I thought you might have asked that.
So can you?
Oh, it all depends.
I'm sorry about this. She won't wait. I'm going to have to feed her.
Depends on what?
If you're prepared to give me another 5% of the club's profits in exchange for the money you need.
Yeah, but that'd have to come out of my share.
Well, you'd still have over 30%, and that's more than twice what I've got.
Yeah, but all of this was my idea, and I've worked dead hard to get it this far.
Well, I don't think you've got much choice, to be honest. And it's not as if I'm being greedy. And it's in my interest to get the work finished as soon as possible as well.
Well, considering the alternatives, it's a fair offer.
Yeah, I suppose so. I'll let you have the money as soon as you like, so the builder can get started on it all straight away.
Right, well, I better ring him then. Time to get going.
Hey, is that allowed in here?
What?
Yeah, getting the trippies out in the middle of the bar.
You mean breastfeed?
Yeah, I never seen my wife feeding our young ones. Never mind anyone else feeding theirs.
Well, you know what it's like these days.
Never mind these days. Can't you just go and tell her to do it somewhere else? She put me up lager.
But is there something the matter?
Yeah, there is. Go and tell her, will you?
He's complaining about you breastfeeding in here.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Well, tell him to get lost if he doesn't like it.
This is the 1990s, not the 1890s.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, bye. What's your problem?
All I'm saying is, a fella should be able to have a bevy without having a woman expose herself in front of him.
And a woman should be able to breastfeed her child wherever she likes. It's perfectly natural.
So are a lot of things, but you don't assume why we're having a quiet drink.
Well, if you don't like it, I suggest you should leave. Because as far as Barbrook is concerned, it is perfectly acceptable.
You can't threaten to throw a customer out just because they've got a legitimate complaint.
Hey, I can do more than that. Because now I am telling you to leave. We don't want your custom, so go on, get out.
This is a disgrace.
Oh, I thought that kind of attitude was well gone.
The kib of him going on about public decency when his grandson's on a rape charge. If I was him, I'd be keeping my mouth well shut.
So there's no chance of me... Given the serious nature of the charge, I'm afraid it's unlikely.
Unlikely, but not impossible.
I wouldn't build your hoops up. Unfortunately, you're just going to have to resign yourself to spending some time on remand.
So how long before the committal hearing?
Probably about 6 weeks.
6 weeks? I'm going to be locked up another 6 weeks.
Of course, if any further evidence turns up to support your case, we'll appeal against the bail decision.
What kind of evidence do they want? There's no way they can prove I did it. I'm innocent.
And in time, I'm confident we'll prove your innocence. Meanwhile, you'll just have to be patient.
Easy for you to say. You don't have to stay locked up here for no reason. I can't believe this is happening. When's it all going to be over?
We're doing our best, Luke.
Aye. National Chip Week starting soon, then.
Every other week's National something or other week, isn't it? I wonder if anyone takes any notice of these things.
Yeah, well, they will do if we can come up with a good idea for it.
How about free chips? That should grab people's attention.
Steady on, I don't want to put myself out of business.
Hey, tell you what you could do. You'd have Leo and Tim dressed as giant chips giving out leaflets on the parade.
As if they would have mile.
Yeah, it'd be a good wind-up, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what, though, you've given me food for thought there. Well, we could get some leaflets done, you know, with a copy of the menu and maybe a few special offers. At least it look like we've made an effort. And then we could get Leo and Tim to deliver them.
Yeah, I suppose so. It's worth a try, anyway. Drum up a bit of extra business.
Right. If you put on your agreement in writing, I'll have the money ready.
Okay.
I'll be in touch.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.
At least you got it all sorted out now.
Yeah, but now I'm doing all this work for much less than I'd expected.
But you want to know about the problems with the site. It can't be helped. Just be grateful you've overcome it all and things are back on course.
I can't believe we've gone through all this just to confirm my name and what they're charging me with. I mean, I didn't even get the chance to say that I'm innocent.
You'll get your chance, don't worry.
But it's not fair. I mean, anybody could be accused of absolutely anything, and even if they're innocent, they still get treated like a criminal.
Nobody's saying it's a perfect system.
Far from it. Innocent people locked up for weeks without the chance to have their say.
Look, I've got to get back to the office. You'll be taken back to a remand centre tonight, so at least you'll be in the same place from now on.
Oh, that's really comforting. I want to be at home, where I should be. I haven't done anything to be locked up in here.
Josh, show Daddy what Mummy bought you today.
An aeroplane? Oh, that's a cracker, isn't it? Yeah. No, don't do that, son.
Josh.
It's open.
All right.
Hiya, just in time for a cuppa.
Not for me, thanks.
All right, son. Right. What's the score on me stag do, then? I'm looking forward to it now.
Not many are showing up. It's a bit short notice.
Josh, come and have a bicky.
Oh, well, never mind. We can still go out, even if there's only a few of us. How many are going?
Just us two.
You what? Have you tried the Legion?
Yeah, they're on a charity reel, and Bing can't make it because him and Molly have got friends round. Cliff said he would have definitely come, but he's working.
Marvellous, isn't it? Can't even raise a single mate to go out on me stag night.
I'll go.
It's men only.
Ah, forget it, son.
No, we'll go downstairs and have a pint, Dad.
No, it's Anthea's night tonight. Tell you what, we'll just get a few cans and stay in, eh?
Yeah, all right, then. I'll bring some up later. See you later.
Ta-ra.
Hey, guess who I saw in town today?
Who?
Janice.
Oh, yeah.
Back from Tenerife. Split up with that fella she was living with.
All right.
She asked me to go for a drink.
Yeah, well, you should. Do you good to get out for the night?
Do you think so? Because if you and Mike are staying in, I could go for a drink tonight. If you don't mind looking after Josh.
Aye, all right then. Go on. But hey, don't go near Bar Brookie, will you? Because Anthea's having an end night there tonight.
He's been refused bail, which means he'll have to stay locked up till his trial starts. Why don't you come through and have some tea with us, babe?
No, I'm all right, Mum, honest. I don't feel like any.
It's okay, I'll put it in the oven. You might feel like it later. Something to help get the party going, compliments off the management.
Oh, thanks, Jackie, but you shouldn't have.
Hey, only the best for me stepmom to be.
As long as you don't see me as your wicked stepmother.
Hey, and I'm not your ugly sister either.
That's a matter of opinion.
Hiya.
Oh, just Just in time, eh? Where's Josh then?
Oh, he's upstairs with Ron, so I thought I'd come down here, have a drink with you.
That was good, yeah.
Right, Jackie, I'm just going up to my dad's. I'll see you later. Have a nice night.
Bye, Mike. Oh, isn't there enough?
Cheers. I love champers, me. Jackie, you got to have some too.
It's all right, I'll get another glass.
Well, cheers, Anne. All the best. Hey, and don't be having too many of those. You don't want to make a show of yourself on your hen night. Well, not too much anyway.
Put these in the fridge, eh?
Yeah, Tar. Oh, come on, son, play nicely. Josh, now that's naughty, isn't it? Now, come on, play on the floor, otherwise I'll take it off you. That's a good lad. Now, play nicely now.
It's mad, then.
Yeah, but he gets his energy off his mother, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely takes after there.
I know Bev coming back hasn't gone down too well, but I'm glad she did. I wouldn't want to lose touch with him again, no matter what.
You're going to be able to cope with him?
Well, not all day, every day. I think I'm possibly a bit past all that, like, but... Well, I wouldn't want to miss seeing him grow up.
Yeah, it's up to you to make sure that you don't.
It's up to Bev, you mean? Now she takes to me and Anthony getting married.
She seemed to be getting on quite happy down in the bar with her just then.
She told me she was going out with Janice. Might have known she'd have wanted to stick her over in. Hope she's not down there causing any trouble.
So do I, for your sake.
Another one of these, please, love. Jackie said it'd be okay.
She's only turned up here to cause trouble. Look at the cheeky, mate. Ordered her more champagne. I'm surprised you haven't said anything to her. Well, I'm not pulling up in front of everyone. I mean, I don't want to show you mum up on a hen night. But I don't care. If she carries on like that, I'm going to have to have a word with her myself.
Hey, girls, don't say anything to Anthea, but I've got a little surprise for her later. I won't tell you what it is, but it'll be a laugh. Hey, Anne, I've just been telling the girls how worried I am about Ron's heart, especially on your honeymoon.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be fine.
Oh, I know what he keeps telling me. He still likes to confide in me, you know, even though we've been apart for a couple of years. You want to watch what he's taking for his ticker, you know, because I've read in some magazines that these heart tablets can cause fellas to be impotent. Not that I've ever known Ron suffer in that department. Have you, Anne?
Ron only uses a spray when he needs to. Impotency is supposedly linked to other types of angina drugs, actually.
Lucky you. Because you don't want him letting you down on your wedding night, do you? Oh, lovely. I'll open this one.
Thought you might fancy a brew. Some custard creams. Why don't you come through to the living room and watch some telly with us?
I'm unable, I'm honest. I just want some time on my own.
Well, Emily's coming to bed now, so why don't you come through and talk to your dad? You haven't spoken to him for ages. Oh, he's worried sick about you, you know, love.
Sonny, will you just tell him I'm tired? I will speak to him tomorrow.
Look, you can't lock yourself away forever, you know. You've got to face the world sooner or later.
Yeah, at Luke's trial.
You've got to get on with things.
I don't think I'll be able to. Not until all this is over. Well, all I can think about is having to face a judge and lawyers in a court full of people all watching me. And what about all the press? I'm going to be in the paper and everything. I just don't think I'll be able to handle it at all.
Look, it's his trial, not yours.
I don't feel like that, though. It's me who's going to be made out to be the liar for accusing Luke of raping me. It's going to be horrible.
Look, you are strong enough to get through it all. I know you are. We'll be with you all the way. We are going to be right by your side every step of the way. Don't you forget it.
No thanks.
Oh, go on. You might as well have a few. Your big day is until next Tuesday. You've got plenty of time to recover.
No, really, I'm okay.
Suit yourself.
Can I have a word?
Not right now. I've got to speak to someone. I'll see you in a minute.
She's upsetting me, Mum, now. Can't you see that she's just not wanted? That's never been one of Bev's strong points.
Anthea, you're in trouble. This policeman wants a word with you. Don't worry, it's not a real big
busy.
Did you arrange this?
Yeah, great.
No, actually, it's just plain tacky. Well, he's not getting a clobbing off an ale all this day.
You're not much of a laugh, you, are you? You want to drink a few more glasses of champers? I said the same to your mother.
She doesn't want to make a show of herself. Although that obviously doesn't bother you. She's just having a laugh. No, she's not. She's dying of embarrassment thanks to you. Why did you even come here? She doesn't want you here. She definitely doesn't want you anywhere near Ron.
Well, I think that's up to Ron, don't you?
You're pathetic. Open your eyes, will you? He doesn't want you. He doesn't even want you to come back in the first place.
Well, if you're so desperate to get rid of me, why did he make love to me? What? Oh, you didn't know that one, did you? Ask Jackie if you don't believe me. So before you start telling me about what Ron wants, check your facts.
It goes on. What did you say to her? Is it true? Ed and Ron slept together. Why didn't you say something? Well, would you? And anyway, I didn't want to spoil things. And it was only the once when she first showed up, and it hasn't happened since. How do I know it won't happen again? I'm gonna have to tell me mum. I can't let her marry him now. Not after this. Yeah, but it's over now. If you say anything, you'll ruin everything between them.
There's falling in love and there's falling in love. A wedding made in heaven, or at least closer to it than usual, in The Real Holiday Show. Next.